and eclecticism and great work, and we can make everything there, and just sort of to both. I mean, the sort of slogan of the theatre before I started was share Pitlochry with the world and the world with Pitlochry, and I thought I can do that. I'm not very good at all the admin stuff, but I can do that. And so I've built this season that's about celebrating the very best of Scottish talent and bringing in sort of international people to make great work.
Did you know, and I know you've obviously worked on stage and on screen, did you know how important an artistic director was to the survival of a theatre?
Well, yes. I mean, I'm pretty good at it. I'd worked in a lot of
Because I don't
theatres.
think everyone understands that.
No, it's a lot. Like, you could... I mean, I had written on my blackboard in my office, try not to bankrupt this building, because that's what they told me on the first day I was going to do with my plans initially. So that was cheery. But, yeah, it's been a crash course. I've been doing it for over a year now, and now my first season, is actually on sale today. So it's just about to happen. And the festival Out in the Hills is on sale too. So it's been a lot of pressure, a lot of struggle, and a huge learning curve. But I feel I've done it with, I've done it with positivity and sort of love, and that's hopefully winning the day.
Are you going to be on the flip side of the actors who are demanding now?
Demanding?
Who want kind of like, who need looking after and, need a little bit of extra care and attention, because at one point it might have been you on that side.
Yeah, well, it is. I'm going to be doing I'm doing a show with Shirley Henderson.
Well, you can look after yourself. It's about looking after the
myself.
Others.
No, I'm not one of those actors. I mean, it's so funny. You're people here today. I came here on my own, and nobody could believe it. They're like, where are your team?
Entourage.
Where are your people?
Zero. I came, Liam, my driver, dropped me. He's my driver on the show I'm doing here. He dropped me. And then I'll just sort of wander out when I leave. I mean, I'm not one of those actors. I like being looked after. I like, like people to help me do my job. But all that other stuff is about sort of lack of reality and lack of kindness.
But you're going to have to be doing that for...
Oh, I'm all about making people feel... I mean, that's the thing. I think, what I found about working at the theatre and what I'm going to continue to do is to make people feel involved and valued, and then they give of their best work. It's a bit of a no-brainer.
So when you're hosting the US Traitors, which I'm sure you absolutely love, because that is in itself a performance, isn't it?
Yes, I sort of play a character more than, like, Claudia. I just loved the celebrity one recently. It was so fantastic. But I play this sort of... There I am, look. It's an absolute... Talk about camp. What I think is hilarious is that it's the first time that an American version of a show is more theatrical and camp than the British one.
You look like a
And I
genie.
think that's because... Yes, that's a sort of the trailer for... There's a sort of tarot cards theme this year, the one coming up. So, yeah, I play it like welcome players, welcome to my castle. Pretend it's my castle. It's not.
Is it a real castle?
Yeah, it's exactly the same castle as the British one.
Oh, you do
it's the same company does both,
right.
and so we just go in. Either we go first or they go first.
So when did you start filming that?
The next one, the fourth one's about to come out in January, and then we start. The way the British one's doing a real celebrity one now. Now the American one, which has been a celebrity one, is now doing a real people one. So we're doing 2 a year. So I think in May I go and do the next one with real people.
Did you know when the celebrity one went out? I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Did you know any of the
You never
people?
watch television, do you? What are you doing?
What are we
So
doing
you have to
now?
get up early in the morning or
some.
something, yeah.
Did you know any of the guests? Were they friends? Were any of them friends or acquaintances?
What, in the American, my one?
Yeah, when the US version was on.
I mean, the first season, I was like, who are these people? Because I don't watch much TV. And a lot of them are from reality shows and things like that, things I never watch. This last season, I got a bit better. But I go and I have a sort of crash course. So I have them all on the wall and little notes about them. And then I went down to do the welcome players. And I came back and said, could we have the most up-to-date plastic surgery pictures, please? Because some of these people I didn't recognise because they'd had a little bit of a tweak before they came on the show.
Do you enjoy the kind of treachery?
I do. I mean, everyone does. I mean, I think that's the thing.
Because I think you are full of mischief.
I am quite mischievous, yes. Well, so are you. I saw that grilling you gave that man asking about the budget.
Just doing my job.
Excellent job. I love that.
You enjoy the treachery, though. And do you kind of hope that they push to be as mean as they dare? Well,
you want to have good telly, you want to have conflict, but the thing about the game is it makes them nuts. They are maddened. It's sort of you see in about episode 5 or 6, you're like, what? Why are you doing that for? Because they've gone mad and they have this sort of pack mentality. I say it's like Lord of the Flies with Botox. That's what the Traitors is.
It's a good description.
Do you ever hanker after doing a job like this? Do you sit at home, like, do you watch much current affairs?
Yeah.
So do you sit at home raging about interviews people do? Or how people respond? Or is that you?
I do. I rage sometimes at people not pressing, especially in America, or not pressing people enough, or being so sort of, you know, I think the shows are much more partisan there, and so that's annoying.
So do you think that politicians, for example, get an easier time there than they do here?
Totally.
Really?
Totally, yeah. I mean, nobody would do what you just did, like that. I'm sorry to keep going about it. I'm all for it.
Can I ask you a question? For
yes,
anyone,
that's your job.
Thank you. I asked you about people knowing what artistic directors. If someone hasn't been to the theatre, hasn't seen a play, and that world just doesn't feel like theirs, and everyone's been there at some point, how would you open up that world? What would you say to them now? Not necessarily they can't make their way to Pitlochry.
Or they can't see it.
Or they can't say it. What would you say?
See, I think that the theatres are community centres. That's what they should be, like in the way that, you know, churches, I suppose, used to be, and places to gather. And so, and you come and see a play, hopefully. But for me, what I'm trying to do at Pitlochry as well is make the community come in and use the building, because it's theirs. They paid for it with their taxes. So it's their building, and I feel it should be a place where people gather and talk and eat and drink and whatever you do, and maybe go and see a show. But use it, that's what I think, use it as a community centre, because I think we've lost that sort of the doing of that in our society.
I think you've done a very good sell.
Good. Tickets available today at 10 o'clock.
Nice to see you this morning. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you very
Alan.
much.
We'll be back shortly with the headlines.